Good evening. I'll call to order the Board of Education meeting for Tuesday, May 26th. Kristen, would you provide a roll call, please?
Tisha?
Here.
Bridget?
Here.
Tracy?
Here.
Mark?
Attending virtually.
Brian?
Here.
Ann?
Here.
And Aaron.
I'm here. I'll verify we have a quorum present. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Tisha, would you please read the school board mission statement?
Absolutely. Working together to ensure high levels of learning for all.
Thank you. Kristen, was public notice given?
Public notice was given to the request, the requesting news media. The agenda was posted at the district office and on the district website.
Thank you. Are there any revisions to the published agenda?
We request that we move number 13 to after number 8. Thank you.
I would make a motion that we approve the agenda with the modification of moving agenda item 13 to right after number 8.
Second.
Motion by Ann, seconded by Brian to approve the published agenda with the following adjustment, moving item 13 to follow item 8. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The agenda is approved with those modifications. We do not have any requests for public input on the published agenda, and we'll move directly into item number 13. And we welcome Jen Kalis for some discussion and approval related to the 4K preschool contract partners.
Thanks. Good evening, everybody. You should have access or have been able to review some proposed contract changes to our 4K partners, also called our Community Approach Partner, or in some places in the state we call it Model 3. But a couple of the major changes are that we're going to be moving to having 2 partners this year. We've spoken before about some of the changes, why that might be where a few of the other partners went with a different route through DCF funding. So we will keep with First Lutheran and YMCA Childcare as our contracted partners. Some of the things you'll notice in the contract changes and updates are going to be aligned more with DPI language and some changes that have happened at the legislative level. For instance, we are no longer required by law to do the 87.5 hours of community engagement, or otherwise known as family outreach hours. So that has been removed. We also are going to update to have a more formal walkthrough alignment where I go in and actually see the child cares in action to ensure quality and alignment between our partner sites and our elementary school building 4K sites. So wherever children in Onalaska go to preschool, they'll have a similar high quality experience. Some of the other details are listed for you. I'm happy to answer any questions, or if anybody has something else they'd like me to pop out about any of those changes, I'd be happy to do that.
Team, any questions? Okay, this is on for approval.
I'll make a motion to approve the 2026-2027 4K preschool contract and partners to enter into an agreement with First Lutheran and YMCA North for the 2026-2027 school year as outlined in enclosure 13.4K and described by you. Thank you.
Second.
Motion by Tracy, seconded by Tisha to approve the 2026-27 4K preschool partner contract document and to enter into agreements with First Lutheran and YMCA North for the 2026-27 school year. Are there any further questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That is approved. Thank you, Jen.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
We'll move on, coming back to a recognition item for donations. Ben.
We'd like to share our gratitude to the organizations that provided the following donation: $218.43 from Hy-Vee for Onalaska High School Activities Department. So we thank them for that.
Very much appreciated. Thanks, Ben. Let's move into administrator reports, and we'll start with Charlie.
A couple of things. I know Bridget was recognized at the ceremony itself, but just wanted to thank Bridget Hubbard for all the time and effort over her over 20 years getting things together for scholarships and graduation night. Those are invaluable for us and for our students. In addition, one other thing that we tried this year were the difference maker cards. We had each senior recognize someone that has made a difference, and it's a great, anytime you can practice, thinking of others, and those pieces became very meaningful for the students and for the people that they recognize. So that was something that we will certainly continue to do moving forward there. And then lastly, good luck to our athletic teams as they get into the thick of things here with playoffs and whatnot. So good things.
Thanks, Charlie. Ben, middle school.
Yes, so you may remember last time I talked about we had a number of athletes make state in track. And so our girls 4x100 team took second in state this past weekend, which was exciting. And then Andy Rutz, who's an 8th grader, he won the state championship in the triple jump for the middle school division. So very exciting, and congratulations to all of our athletes who qualified and participated in state. Beyond that, just trying to contain the chaos and excitement of noon on Friday, fast approaching, the start of summer break, and so just all the normal things. Our 8th grade promotion ceremony tomorrow night will be great again this year, and then the dance afterwards for the 8th graders, always a good time, and then field trip day on Thursday. So,
Great.
yeah.
Thanks, Ben. Abby.
Yes,
elementary.
thank you. So one of the events that we always look forward to at our elementary schools would be Field Day. So we had that last week. It's organized primarily by our Encore team, our PE teachers. And so thank you to Mr. Barton for coming by and getting super soaked by a couple of our 3rd graders. We appreciate that.
I got them back.
Yes. We're also, at that point of the year, we're celebrating kids for the end of the year and then planning for next. So just thinking about our 5th graders, we're holding our exit panels. They've done some visits to the middle school. We have a collaborative meeting with our 6th grade team to share about students so that they know who they're receiving next year. And then we're looking forward to our 5th grade clap out on Friday. At the same time, we're planning for 4K, just working with Jen very closely around 4K schedules, staffing, locations, materials, and so we're also looking ahead to next year and welcoming our youngest learners to our buildings.
Fantastic. Thanks. Anything to add? Okay. All right, we'll move into item number 11, which is the 2026-27 Fund 80 Community Service Fund update. We'll turn to Tyler.
Yep, thank you. Fund 80 is our community service fund. This is a separate fund that, from educational purposes, would be Fund 10 and Fund 27. This is a self-sustaining fund that we house 3 specific items for at this time. So it'd be the Boys and Girls Club after-school program, the school resource officer, and crossing guards. And this is all informational for you guys at this time, because this will be up for your approval at the budget adoption point in October of 2026. As of right now, what I'm showing on screen here is the last couple of years, and then what we're estimating for 2026-2027 school year. We've had some preliminary talks with Boys and Girls Club with their portion. That 100,000 is pretty stable at this point. The school resource officer, we are. Oh, I'm sorry. I talk loud enough without a speaker, I suppose. We are working with the city on what that's going to look like at this time, but we're not close enough to have a definitive number. But what we have in here is a good estimate. And then as far as crossing guards, that is something that came under our purview I think it was last year or the year before. And we went ahead and did the same raise or the bump as we did with like our teacher contracts. So that 2.8% or almost 3% for the crossing guards. That's how we came up with the total of the 197, 145 for all 3.
Team open for any questions if you have them for Tyler at this time. Okay. Thank you, sir. Come back to Charlie for presentation of the 26-27 high school student handbook for first reading.
Yep, again, yeah, a couple things to think about here through first reading. The first few are just updates to the final exam and dates to remember. And the next two are definitely some changes. Throughout this year, a subcommittee from our Guide Coalition, our behavior support team, identified different things around our school and how to improve attendance, and how to get kids to class, cell phone usage, traffic in the hallways, some of those things that we're trying to continue to tighten up the best we can. And there's a couple proposed changes here. And for quite some time, the threshold between a tardy and being unverified for class was 15 minutes. And anecdotally, this was before Jared was principal or before I was there. So it's been there a long time, so certainly needed some time to think about. And from that subcommittee, we came up with a 5-minute limit for it being a tardy or unverified to do again, to try to get kids to class as soon as we can to minimize lost class time there with some of those pieces. So we looked at a couple of different areas when looking at tardies. When were they coming? It's usually to start school and at lunch. They were taking maybe more time than we wish them to. So it was a little bit better in between classes, but at the end of the day, we wanted to try to fix that loophole the best we can. So you see that change on page 9. And to page 10, we wanted to align, we have some co-curricular teeth to students who are unverified or truant, but we also wanted to tie in some things to tardy to make those and co-curriculars also motivated to make sure that they are arriving to class on time. Also out of that subcommittee this year, we kind of revamped our cell phone policy with some different layers of accountability that's been successful. We started that in the middle of February and had some real positive results until the end of the year in terms of some accountability pieces there. So we added that language, kind of what we've kind of started this winter and spring. And then the last one, trying to avoid the deliveries to school from all the other places to make sure we're not taking out of class time. So then lastly, the school calendar. So that's those ideas for first reading.
Open for any questions?
I just have a couple questions. So this is the student handbook, so that doesn't affect the teachers then, that food delivery thing, is that correct?
Correct, yes, a student.
Okay. And then my other question is with the tardies changing from 15 minutes to 5 minutes, what if a student is in the bathroom?
Yeah,
I just feel like it's
a great question.
Quite a dramatic change.
For sure. Yep, no, it's a great question. And all of our teachers are making decisions, right, on knowing where they are coming from different parts of the building and whatnot. So this is just kind of like the habitual ones that are constantly coming in much, much later. But yeah, bathrooms and other things would not be something that would greatly affect, based on the small category. I think we had 7 teachers kind of weigh in on that, and they felt like that would not be an issue based on what they need. Many students will come to class, drop their stuff off. Can I go to the bathroom? That's usually how most of that works for bathroom times. But
Yeah, just so long as
correct.
the students know.
They have the ability to go to the bathroom. Absolutely.
No, not that they can't go to the bathroom, but I mean that might be a better practice to
Correct.
drop your stuff off than
Correct.
to go and then
Yes.
be late. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
I have a related question. I'm just going to piggyback on the tardy thing. Just speaking from a parent of an incoming 9th grader, and they're always nervous when they start a new building. I assume much like when they start middle school, there's kind of a learning curve for a couple weeks. We give some grace.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you, Charlie.
Yep.
We'll turn our focus to now action item related to on-ability agreement, and we'll turn to Lori.
Yes, thank you. So earlier this spring, which we do every year, we look at kind of our projections for future years and the number of students that we don't predetermine anything, but may participate in our transition programming and our on-ability programming in particular. And when we did that this spring, we realized that in the next coming years, we probably have some capacity to max out our program and look at, are there any students in our community beyond our school district that might be interested in participating in our On Ability program? And so we had an informational meeting with their directors of student services and their transition coordinators and some special ed teachers, and shared our program, toured our PAYS lab, and had a lot of interest in our On Ability program. And one family in particular and one student in particular from La Crosse School District has shown a lot of interest in it for next school year. So this is students who have finished their 4 years of high school and have a identified disability and still have needs in the areas of transition services, usually independence, job skills, different areas that are identified. And so a 6603 agreement allows two school districts to partner together. Very similarly, if you recall, I have come to the board and asked us to partner with Holman for another transition program they have called Project Search, where Holman is the host district and we pay Holman for those services for those students. This would be Onalaska being the host, because it's our program, and then other schools would partner with us and pay us for students to participate in our On Ability program. So that's what the 6603 agreement is asking for board approval for. Janet helped me in drafting this, and just like the Project Search agreement with Holman, we think it's a fair amount to use the open enrollment, regular open enrollment estimate as a cost to the non-resident school, or to the resident school district to pay Onalaska. It doesn't have to do with open enrollment at all, but it just seems like a fair amount to be able to, and a kind of an easy way to do the calculations to per student. So if we were to enter into this agreement, we for sure would have one student next year from La Crosse that would be interested. We know that there's a couple that from West Salem, but not this next year, but the following year have already shown some interest. Both school districts have to agree. The resident school district has to actually make a placement, educational placement into our program if that's what the family wants, the student wants, and it's a good match for us too, which we do have some criteria. We do interviews, we do some inventory assessments before we say, yes, this is a good match. So, any questions or anything I didn't explain?
I'm just going to offer a comment. I know this is so much in the spirit of how within the communities we can collaborate, right? And maybe specialize in certain areas and support one another. So it's exciting to see that to come to fruition in this case and this opportunity.
Yeah, that's, I think big picture, that would be great if everybody had their little niche of those transition programs and we can all work together. Yeah, that's the idea.
Lori, can you remind me, I know this is 18 plus, is there an end age?
Well, yes, but it's very student dependent. Legally, they can access services until the year in which they turn 21. That's the max, and we call it the age out of services. Some students stay till they're 21. Some might do a year of On Ability and then maybe go a year of Project Search. Some do a year of On Ability and then they graduate. They typically walk graduation with their cohort of students, their 4-year cohort, but they don't get their diploma because once they receive their diploma, it ends our services for them. So they actually graduate or get their diploma after they're done with their transition. And they have an IEP, and we have transition goals, and those goals are very specifically working on those post-secondary skills that they need in order to be independent, employed, maybe going on for further training or education. And so all those things that they're just not ready to do yet, that's what we focus on in our 18-plus program. It's really incredible what has, I'm very proud of our program, but every student has a different schedule, literally. If they have a job, the job hours are going to be different. If they are taking a class somewhere, that's going to impact their schedule. transportation is crazy. Carrie Messick is amazing at what she does, but every student has a different schedule, and they do try to carve out some time where they have some class time instruction where all the students are together during the week, but for the most part, they're coming and going all over the place. So it's really incredible.
I think in the spirit of high levels of learning for all, this really gets at what we're trying to accomplish. Thank you.
Yeah.
I will make the motion to enter into a 66.0301 agreement with the School District of La Crosse for on-ability for the 2026-27 school year as outlined by Lori and in enclosure 14.66.0301.
Second.
Motion by Bridget, seconded by Ann to enter into a 66.0301 agreement with the School District of La Crosse for on-ability for the 2026-27 school year as detailed by Lori and outlined in enclosure 14.66.0301. Team, any further questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? As approved. Thank you, Lori. Team will now turn to a request for a bid approval for OHS Phase 1A. Tyler.
All right. Janet turned my mic on for me this time so you guys can hear me. Okay, there it is. It's up on the screen. So yes, we are looking for approval for a bid that we have for the Onalaska High School Performing Arts Center, or the PAC. The PAC has been around for quite some time now, since 1988, and has relatively not been touched for 38 years. There's a lot of lighting in there that is old lighting, not LED. Has some corrosion with a lot of flickering going on, and it limits our lighting of the stage as well, with just the amount of lights that we have in there. What we are looking to do is to expand those lights onto the stage, so we have better lighting, better visuals for any competition, concert, music, anything that we want to host in there. And then also reduce the flickering. So we've had two separate bids from two different companies, Main Stage and Gopher Stage Lighting. And I do want to note too that a lot of this has been worked on and with the help of Mr. Patrick Strain, who is a volunteer parent. And this is actually his profession, is theatrical lighting. So we were in good hands with him helping us through this process. We are recommending that the board approves our bid from Main Stage for $213,858. Both bids were complete. Both bids met our requirements. Main Stage is the lower bid, and we are recommending Main Stage based on their abilities to meet what we need to be done.
Okay. Team, any questions for Tyler?
Yeah, I was wondering if you could just explain what the update was, because I read the earlier version a few days ago, and then it was updated, I think, yesterday.
Yep. And that is because of Gopher Stage Lighting. I believe you guys may still have the original, and that Gopher Stage Lighting was a little bit lower than Main Stage, but they were incomplete. They were missing a few items. They actually just got that to us today or yesterday. I can't remember which day it was. And they are now higher than Main Stage. We were still recommending Main Stage, but now they are the low bid, and that's what we're recommending moving forward with.
Okay, thank you.
I have a clarifying question. You had mentioned that a parent volunteer had helped with this. Is he employed by either of these companies?
I don't believe so, and Jared would be the best
I just
person to
wanted
answer
to
that
confirm
question.
that. That was the
but I
first
don't
I'd
believe-
heard that.
He's not. He's not.
Thank you.
If seeing no further questions, I would move that we approve the lighting bid with Main Stage for the Onalaska High School Performing Arts Center in the amount of $213,858. Details outlined in enclosure 15 bids.
Second. Motion by Ann, seconded by Brian to approve a contract for Main Stage for Onalaska High School Performing Arts Center in the amount of $213,858 as presented by Tyler and detailed in enclosure 15 bids. Team, are there any further questions? If not, I'll ask for a roll call, please.
Bridget?
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
Brian?
Yes.
Tracy?
Yes.
Tisha?
Yes.
Ann?
Yes.
And Aaron?
And I'm a yes. That's approved. Thank you very much for your work on that, Tyler, and I know others. And much appreciation to Mr. Strang. I know he's been a great friend of our performing arts programs for many years as students in the district, so great thanks to him. We'll move on to the consent agenda. I'm going to request that we remove item C4 for separate consideration. Are there any other requests to remove items from the consent agenda for separate consideration?
Barring none, I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda without C4 in its entirety as outlined in our agenda.
Second.
Motion by Tracy, seconded by Tisha to approve the consent agenda, the exception of item C4. Team, are there any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, those items are approved. I'll ask Ann to take C4.
Item C4 is summer school contracts. I would just upfront ask for a roll call vote on this. We need a motion.
I'll make the motion to approve the summer schools contracts as outlined in C4 and
Second.
Closure 16.
Second.
Motion by Tisha, seconded by Bridget, to approve the summer school contracts as outlined in C4 on the consent agenda.
Request a roll call, please.
Tracy?
Yes.
Brian?
Yes.
Ann?
Yes.
Bridget?
Yes.
Tisha?
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
And Aaron?
I will abstain.
The summer school contracts are approved.
Thank you, Ann. Yeah, we have no further business.
I
totally forgot my note.
President, you know,
No,
yes, I know. I know. Hey,
We didn't get a second.
you know, we can get a second and then we can have some discussion.
I'll second.
Okay, so now discussion. I think it's important that we acknowledge that one of our special team members, Janet Rossiter, I know. You know what? I mean, we've given you your love fest at a previous board meeting, and we've done all the stuff, but this is officially her last board meeting, as her last day employed or with us in the district will be, I think, in about a week. So we just want to acknowledge and thank her. We're not going to. Well, the parade, the bands should be coming in. I'm not sure. The balloons, where are they? I don't know. No, she's very humble and didn't want any extra attention. So thank you, Janet. Tyler's going to be all by himself next time.
Nobody turn on your mic now.
All right, with that, again, Janet, thank you very much for your service. Motion adjourned by Brian, seconded by Bridget. All those in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned. We will convene for our development meeting here. Let's give ourselves 5 minutes. Thank you all.